And if I could start streaming, what would you say? If I could turn back time, if I could find the way. You know, she turned 75 today. Is that right? Yeah. Don't ask me why I know that, but Cher is 75 years old today. Oh, hey, BOOZHOO! Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO, and I can see you. And over here, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Ikadon BOOZHOO, Winnie Mushane. Why don't you say something for yourself? BOOZHOO, everybody! How you doing? Yeah. So Natasha is telling me that old Cher is 75 years old. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I would say good morning to Jessica Waboos. BOOZHOO! Mino Giga Jabe, Jessica. Jessica's here, sweetie. BOOZHOO, Jessica! Oh, she's always watching. Every breath you take, and every move you make, every bond you break, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. It's kind of a creepy song when you think about it. I know, the guy's a total stalker. Yeah. Whoa, can't you see? You belong to me. So it's really a rainy morning. Yeah, huh? It's kind of cozy, though. Yeah. It's rainy. Give me one. It is raining. Hey, Jim. How you doing, Niji? Jim's here. BOOZHOO, Jim. Natasha sends her greetings. How are you, my brother? We were just talking about how it's raining here. So I had to make a fire. Jessica says, the song is actually sung by Santa. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. So, or do you mean Santa's, I'll be watching you. That's what Jessica's talking about. What's that? Santa Claus. Santa Claus is always watching. Oh, you mean every breath you take. Yeah. Because he knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you're breathing. Every move you make. Every cake you bake. Every, every heart you break. Have you broken a heart? Have you ever broken a heart, sweetie? I break hearts every day. Do you really? Yep. Tears like rain. Everywhere I go, I leave rivers of tears from heartbreak. Yeah. Can't be easy. Oh, I've probably broken a couple of hearts in my day. Excuse me, I didn't mean to break your heart. You ever feel like this? You ever feel like this, little Jagag? You ever feel like a little heartbroken? Huh, sweetie? This little guy. Give me one. It is raining. Everywhere else, it's a cloudless, beautiful day. With Jagag, he sniffs. Not just because of the rain, but he sniffs because of tears, huh, sweetie? Yeah, it sure looks like it. Because The Ojibwe word of the day. Give me one. It is raining. Please excuse me, I never meant to break your heart. So sorry, I didn't want to break your heart, but you broke mine. So yeah, poor little guy. It is raining. Which brings us to Ojibwe. The Ojibwe cartoon of the day. Here we got a couple of guys. They don't seem to mind that it's raining. We got Jagag, the skunk. Huh. Yep. Jagag dush wagosh. Jagag and fox. Skunk and fox. And here's the skunk saying, "Yay! Give me one." He's just singing in the rain. He's dancing in the rain. We could do that, huh? Yeah, we could. Or we could just hang out inside by the fire and have our coffee and talk to the BOOZHOO crew. Yeah, we could do that too, I suppose. Cause you know what I learned with you? What? The idea of dancing in the rain is like really romantic and everything. Uh-huh. But when you actually do it, you remember real quick that rain is cold. You get cold really fast. Yeah, especially up here, you know. You go out there and you catch your death of cold trying to be romantic. But anyway, here's a Jagag Dushwagosh. Skunk and fox. And the fox says, "Give me one. It is raining. Give me one. It is raining." Gee, give me one. It rained. Wee, give me one. It will rain. Okay, hey. Huh? Is this enough of an Ojibwe language lesson? It's maybe enough for now. Because Jim Dunn says, just another beautiful day here on the Pacific coast. Oh, really? I always picture it raining up in the Pacific coast. I don't know. I picture people with umbrellas and trench coats. Is that what you think of when you think of Portland, Oregon? Yep. And like Seattle, Washington. Well, now I think of riots in the streets. But before all the craziness, I thought of, people walking up hilly sidewalks with umbrellas. In a cold Kentucky rain. Well, that's Kentucky. In a cold Portland rain. Elvis man. Hey, Brian's back. Brian says, "Michael, great show yesterday. I had to watch it in delay." Oh, really? Michael, Brian likes the show. Hey, thanks a lot, Brian. And his name isn't Soulless. I was reading the comments after the show yesterday. It's like Souls. Is that right? Soleil? Soleil. What is that song? Oleo. I don't know. Give me one, man. It's raining. It's raining in Baltimore. It was a cold, rainy, cold morning. That day I'll never forget. What day was that? Oh, it was the day I came up with that really good story. I don't know. I was waiting for some inspiration. Hey, Missy's here. Bonjour, Missy. What's going on, cuz? Brian says, "You said it correct." Oh, good. Miigwech. So, what should we get into today? Oh, I don't know. We could take a call. We could call somebody. We could talk about Ojibwe language and culture. You know what we could do? I think I did this. Hoka, hey, where to go? Here it is. No, it's not. thought this was somebody else. Prince Henry. It's actually the ginger G.I. Joe. But we had Prince Henry on the show yesterday. And Prince Henry has that really sort of effeminate English accent. Kind of a whispery English accent. He's like, hello. Hello, dear. Oh, dear me. I am the Prince of Wales. Is he the Prince of Wales? I don't know. What is Wales? I think Wales is a different country. But you know what? I don't really know. What is Wales? I think Wales is, I don't know. Somehow I feel like I hear whales being used sometimes. Maybe he's the Prince of the Whales in the ocean. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe he's Aquaman. You think Prince Henry's Aquaman? You don't know. It could be. It could be a conspiracy. Yeah. But yeah, poor old Prince Henry. Prince Henry has like a former single friend somewhere out there that he used to drink with. And right before the wedding, his single friend was like, dude, I'm just going to tell you this once. And, after today, it'll be too late. And I'll never say this again. But as your friend, I feel like I need to warn you. This, Megan. You mean, Megan? Yeah, Megan, whatever. This chick you're gonna... Although it's probably an English guy, so he's like, this bird you're gonna marry, she's gonna be nothing but trouble for you. You have it all. You're a prince. You can milk this prince thing until your mid-50s before you eventually overdose on fentanyl in an elevator. That's the trajectory of princes. Just look at America. Just look at Minnesota. But his buddy was probably like, you know what, are you sure you want to do this? She's going to make you sell your guns. She's going to not let you hunt. You can forget about me and you hanging out like this, having beers. Everything's going to change for you. You have nothing to gain marrying this girl. She has everything to gain. She will become a household name. She's starved for attention. She wants to be famous. She's a feminist. Okay? You'd be lucky if she even changes her name for you. If she bears you children, and she's such a feminist, let's hope she doesn't just, choose, exercise her reproductive rights, Let's hope and pray that she's traditional enough to make you a baby. Are you sure you want her? Of all the women in the world, you could choose. I mean, come on. I'm not sure who I would recommend instead. Almost anybody. But this is your last chance, dude. If you don't want to do this, I know I'm supposed to be your best man tomorrow, but you say the word. We get in my car. We go to Vegas. We have some fun. We forget about all this. I hope Prince Henry had one friend who was just honest with him before he did that. Did she really make him sell his guns? Yeah. He was like, that was like one of his things. He loved to go out with his buddies, and he had like really expensive, rare guns from history or whatever. And, they go on like fox hunts or, something terrible. But she wasn't having that. She was like, no, they're too cute. You can't hunt anymore. And he caved. Some prince. She wears the pants in that family. But, I don't know what his friends are like. I don't know and you can bet now he's not allowed to hang out with that single friend anymore. And if Megan's not going to let him hunt, she's certainly not going to let him go out and have beers with his single buddy, flirting with the waitress. Yep. Missy says, his name is Harry. Yeah, it is. Kind of weird too, huh? Because I think his brother's name is Baldy. It's Prince Baldy and Prince Harry. This one's Prince Harry. Hello, love. Would you care to marry me? I am the Prince of England, or whatever. Yeah, I'll marry you. Why not? Or whatever her voice is like. I'm a crass valley girl. Anyway, good luck, Prince Henry. It's your own fault. But that's not what I was looking for. I wanted to talk a little bit about how to read Ojibwe today. Was it this one? No. Was it maybe... Hoka, hey. Hey, you know what I could do? What's that? I could just browse for it and get the thing I was looking for. Do you dare? I think I do. This is so not entertaining for the audience. I know, but whatever. Yeah. Whatever indeed. Okay, here we go. I swear I had this. Anyway. Vowels. Oh, look at the BOOZHOO crew's on the edge of their seat. There's like, what now? We get to learn about vowels? We'd rather learn about Hitler's paintings. But this is just a little quick reminder of how to read. Because, there's so many weird, like, Jagog. So, let's start with the A. A in Ojibwe sounds like in what? So like in skunk. No. In what? Let's see, where's an A? Like in dush. So in English, you might read that as dash. But in Ojibwe, you'd say dush. Dush means and. Now when there's two A's, like in Jagog, it's like the in father. We say Jagog, like Ja-father. Jagogger. Jagog. Two A's is One E sounds like A and day. So like one E in. Oh, this will work out nicely. Where is a gibberish word? It's not this. Oh, hold on. A like in the word Ojibwe. If I can get it up there. Ojibwe. So, in English, you might read the word Ojibwe like, oh, is that Ojibwe? No. E sounds like an A and day. Ojibwe. I is like the I in sit. I. So like, give me one. Give me one. I. Give me one. It is raining. I. And then there's the two I's. Two I's sound like E in seed. E, seed. And so like in me, gwetch, we always spell that with two I's. Are there two I's here? No. Then the O is like the O in note or in Ojibwe. Quit saying Ojibwe. It's Ojibwe. Hey man, you speak really good Ojibwe. I say, no, I speak good Ojibwe. And then two O's sound like ooh in moon. So like ooh, what's got two O's in it? BOOZHOO. Boo, as in, This is meant to be, you guys. As in the word BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. Which I don't like that color. I think it should match the other ones. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO by Michael Lyons. So 2 O's is ooh. Alright? And this has been your Ojibwe vowel lesson. Tomorrow, I will bother you some more with this by getting into diphthongs. But we don't need to do that today. Huh, sweetie? Nope, I think you bored him enough. Are you guys bored enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. When midnight comes, I'll be at your door. So here's some news from the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO studios. Got just productive in the last, I guess, 24 hours. Do we start the, yeah, I think we started the first book yesterday. Since we last saw you guys yesterday, we recorded 2 book reviews for the Hennepin County Library in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Just the big time, you guys. And of course, couldn't be bothered with bringing them over here. But one book was the We Are Water Protectors, and I just straight up read it, and you just it's on the channel. A lot of you guys will get notified for it. And then I read what was it called? The Water Walker. The Water Walker. And these are children's books written by Anishinaabe people talking about Nipi, water, and Nokomis, grandmother. And Water Protectors is kind of about protesting. I mean, it doesn't come right out and say it, but it talks about, the elders say the black snake's gonna come and get us, and we must stand against the black snake. And the illustration will be like a pipeline. It's like, we are Black Lives Matters. What? I mean, we are the water protectors. But they turned out really well. I'm kind of proud of them, And it took a little doing. But, geez, we got up at what time did we get up this morning? I think 2:30, 2:40, something like that. Yeah. And so, you got to do the audio and stuff while it's still quiet around here. There's no traffic in this part of the hood at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. So, it's definitely going to be a nap kind of day. Don't you think, sweetie? Oh, are you kidding? I hope I make it until noon before we just take a nap. Yeah. I put off mowing the lawn, and now I have an excuse not to do it today. Because, give me one. It is raining. So, Brian says, Mr. BOOZHOO, do you have a good Mike Tyson impersonation? Mike Tyson. I bet you could do a better Mike Tyson than I could, sweetie. Who, me? Well, let me think. Mike Tyson is kind of like, he's got a high voice, but he's also got a lisp. So he's kind of like, hey, man, sit. I can't see you love me. It's something like that. Oh, yeah. Not a good quote to do. Remember that time he got all worked up? And he was like, I'm gonna, beat you up so bad that until you love me. You're like, what are you talking about, Mike Tyson? He really lost his mind when his trainer, died. I mean, I don't think he was ever all quite there, but he became just unhinged. Mike Tyson was so tough that just being a spectator watching him on TV, you were still kind of afraid of him. remember thinking, I hope I never meet Mike Tyson. So no, I don't do a good impersonation of Mike Tyson because I wouldn't dare. I'll make fun of Hitler. I'm pretty sure he's dead, but not Mike Tyson. He's a real bad dude. Who's the most dangerous person we make fun of, you think? I noticed we've never made fun of Hillary Clinton. Oh no, I'm not gonna. Hillary Clinton's got a line of people behind her that she's killed. I'm not gonna. Nope, no thank you. So we've never made fun of Hillary Clinton. We do Joe Biden. Yeah. Do you think he's dangerous? No. He's not nearly as powerful as one would think of a president. Trump. Yeah, but we're actually pretty nice to Trump. Yeah. I think if Trump saw our show, he'd like it. Who's the meanest we've been to? I made that comment just the other day about it wasn't making fun of Derek Chauvin, but I mentioned Don Lemon, and then I said something like, "Where's Derek Chauvin when you needed him?" But it was almost like I was explaining a joke you can't make. Excuse me. Like, I think you can get away with it if you say, this is something you should never say. You know, don't make fun. That's a tragedy. You know, there's all these things where it's way too soon. It's too soon for Sandy Hook jokes. You know, don't make fun of that. And I know you're probably thinking, well, how in the world would you ever want to make fun of a school shooting? You know, so, no, I wouldn't. It's too soon. I'm too sensitive. But I don't know. Give me one. It's raining. Well, I love a rainy night. Oh, it makes me high. I love a rainy night, and I love you too. I love a rainy night. Do 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 do. What are some good rain songs? There's the Who. Only love can make it rain, like the sweat of lovers laying in the field. Only love can bring the rain that falls like tears from on high. Oh, perfect. Love, rain on me, rain on Natasha. Love. Saga Idiwin. What do you love? I don't know. There's many types of love. You got your romantic love. The love of your weenie Mushane. Huh, sweetie? That's right. And then there's a different kind of love. Like the love for your pet. The love for your Anamosh, your dog. Or your Gajagans, your cat. And that's true blue love. That can be a more powerful love than romantic love, but it's not romantic. It's higher. It's unconditional love. And everybody's like, oh yeah, really? Well, my love is unconditional. Yeah, right. Until she cheats on you, and then you shut it off. Now your love turns to hate. You know, romantic love, no offense, sweetie. Yeah, it's overrated. You're telling me. And but the love for your pet is true love. And your pet's love back for you is, you know, probably kind of codependent. I mean, if we're being completely honest, your dog learned to love you because he associates getting his needs met Oh, I'm really hungry, and that guy always feeds me. Hey, I pooped in that box, and then that guy came by and cleaned my poop right out of the box. I love him. That's my guy. So there's that kind of love. Got romantic love, love for your pet, love for your family, love for your, your relatives. And then there's like love. Some people love music. Oh, I love music. Oh, I really love music. Oh, I love comic books. I just love to read comic books. I could just sit inside on a rainy day. I wonder if kids still do this. Probably not. When I was a kid, a rainy day could be just being in your room, drawing, reading comic books, listening to music, being by yourself, just getting cozy. But reading comic books, just dreaming. It wasn't all video games. Yeah, it's the internet. And your stupid phone. But then there's love. Somebody will be like, hey, I love my video games. It's like, what? No, that's not love. You might as well say you love your heroin. Hey, I love beer. No, you're an alcoholic. So I don't know. Oh, I love to learn Ojibwe language and culture. Really? You love it? Maybe you do. I don't know. Do you love it? Do I love it? I would never talk about it that way. But I do it every day. Well, it's kind of like playing guitar. I love playing guitar. What is that? My guitar doesn't love me back, I don't think. Hey, guitar, do you love me? What? What? Why won't you ever talk to me? Well, I got this guitar and I learned how to make it talk. But you'll never talk now. I taught you how to sing, but you won't talk. I love you, but you don't even respect me enough to talk back. Yeah? Okay, fine. Be like that. Let's see who gets dusted and how quickly. Yeah. There's always that guitar too. She never talks to me either. How come my guitars won't talk to me, sweetie? 'Cause they don't love you the way you love them. Yeah. I never get rid of guitars. I don't know. I've still been playing the same guitar I've had for 20 years. I buy new guitars and then just line them up. Oh. And don't make my old guitar jealous. I love her too much. But so I love playing guitar. I love to sing. It's a different kind of love. It's a ga-iri-win. We got one word for it, but there's so many different ways. You know. Well, I love a rainy night. You love a rainy night. What's that mean? Would you put a rainy night's happiness in front of yours? Would a rainy night's happiness make you happy? Do you love a rainy night so much that you would give rainy night the last piece of pizza? No, you take it. I want you to have it. I know there's only one piece left, but I love you so much, rainy night. Sweetie, I love a rainy night. I know you do, and I'm so jealous. I know. Well, you should be. You think I love you only? No. I also love a rainy night. I love the sound of the wipers. I can never remember the lyrics. Beating out a tempo. Well, I love a rainy night. Who sang that? That was that guy with the beard. Oh, yeah, that guy with the beard. Rabbit. He was a Wagosh. Or a Wabooz. Eddie Rabbit. Eddie Rabbit. Working on the night moves. Trying to watch some awkward teenage news. Working on a new song. All right, you guys. So here's a story about Zaga Iriwan, about love and about heartbreak. So it's a story about Jagag. Back in the days of the grandfathers, Jagag was in love. He had spent many years seeking out his one true love. And when he found her, they were very happy. And soon, all the other skunks had a big feast, a wedding feast for the couple, because he had announced that they would wed in the spring. And Hoa, they got married, and all the skunks were there, and his little skunk cousins, and his skunk grandparents, and his skunk buddies from high school showed up. And everyone was happy. But then what happened? On the night of their honeymoon, Jagag says, "Do you smell something bad?" And his new bride says, "Yeah, something really stinks." And then they went, "Oh, wait, is that us?" And his wife goes, "Oh, I can't believe it, we stink. This marriage stinks." And so they went down to the courthouse and they were like, "Hey, can we get this wedding annulled?" And they're like, "Why? You just got married." She goes, "Yeah, but, we think marriage stinks. Love stinks. Yeah, love stinks." And so they're like, "Okay, well, it's going to cost you," and blah, blah, blah. And then they separated. And later that day, Jagag, he went down to the lake, and a cloud formed over his head, and it started to rain. And he started to cry, because he realized that even though he stunk, and even stunk as a husband, that they were meant to be together. And his intolerance of himself led to his intolerance of his wife. Because, as the elders would tell us in the Anishinaabe way, you cannot love another, and you cannot accept love if you cannot first find worthiness in yourself of being loved. And this is a story of how Jagag broke his own heart. What? The end. Sweetie, that's just a terribly sad story. Why did you tell that story? Because I made it up on the spot. Yeah. So kids, the BOOZHOO crew is not going to be honest with you about this. But love, I don't know. Love's just a gimmick, a mime or a mimic. It makes sex seem respectable. It makes you feel like you're more than a dream. Holding me, love's just a gimmick, a mime or a mimic. Makes that do. Nah, I don't know. It's raining. What do you want from me? Give me one. It is raining. Sometimes they say when it rains, it pours. And that means like, sometimes when one bad thing happens, look out. It might just be the beginning of a whole line of mishaps, of bad luck. You might be experiencing some bad karma. Maybe you did something bad and now you got to pay for it. You did something stupid. You acted selfishly. You know. And so now, give me one. It is raining. Love, rain on me. How about, what was that Eurythmic song? Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion. Oh, baby, talk to me. Sweetie, you should get up here. You got such a beautiful voice. I think the people would rather listen to you than listen to old crabby Nanaboozhoo. You think so? Yeah. I don't know. I'm too dark. They can't handle this dark, this moody poet. They can't handle the truth. Yeah, that's right. I don't know if you guys thought you were coming here for, giggles, laughs, and giggles. Yeah, sure. Oh. What kind of hijinks is Nanaboozhoo going to get up to today? You know what he's going to get up to? The truth. Love. It can break your heart. It most certainly will. That's what none of these pop stars are telling you. You know, oh, I'm gonna fall in love. Oh, I met the girl of my dreams. Yeah, good for you. That's great. You're gonna be happy until you are heartbroken. You know, the best you can hope for is that you are happily in love, and then you die before she does. And that you're robbed of your life. And that you don't have to experience losing her to death in old age. That you are actually the one whose hand she's holding as you die. That's how you win in the game of love. Otherwise, you either get divorced, she leaves you, she dies. She hooks up with Chad from accounting and, breaks your heart. Sweetie, you're going to hook up with some Derek from accounting. We don't have an accounting department. That's why. I couldn't bear it. You meet some young dude, looks cool in his khakis. And you're like, oh, see you later, Nanaboozhoo. I got a younger version. How come you're not saying anything? What am I supposed to say? You're supposed to reassure me. I'm all vulnerable. That's what love does. It makes you vulnerable. I don't care if it's just falling in love with your own cat. You think, well, what could happen? Well, here you go. You just wait until you feel the burn of that cat dying before you. It's going to happen. Because you went out and had to go and fall in love. And you'll do it again. You know why? Because you're stupid. Or because it's a beautiful thing and it's worth it. Zaga iriwen love. There's many different kinds. But in the end, whatever kind you're having, it's because it's so worth it. It's worth being vulnerable to the heartbreak, to the rainy day. Here comes the rain again. I think it's gonna rain. That's a Kiss song. I think it's gonna rain down, down, down. I think it's gonna rain. Kiss has to have more than one rain song. What's another Kiss rain song? Maybe that was the only one. In the early morning rain, in a cold Kentucky rain, somewhere over the rainbow. That's a rainbow song. Yeah, but you can't have rainbow without rain. Yeah. Oh, what's the Fleetwood Mac? Summer only happens when it's raining. Players and they will come and they will go. Oh, oh. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and talented Natasha. All right, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to let Natasha come up here. Here's a song. Oh, wow, this is such a good song, you guys. I can't believe we didn't play it yet. This song is dedicated to Joe. Hey, BOOZHOO, Joe. Welcome to the show. I just saw your name. And he thinks we're funny. So this song's for Joe. This is a song we recorded for a rainy day. We saved it for a rainy day. That's all I'm going to say. Because I don't know what song this is. And because the song doesn't want to play.
Yeah. How about you guys? How you doing?
We already did a song.
There were few at sea. They all agreed that the slayer who ran, he looked a lot like me. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave and the night winds wail. Nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody knows but me.
Do another song?
Yeah.
She walks these hills, and I'm a little tall. I'm still a little tall. BOOZHOO! My head's getting cut off. What if I made myself just a little bigger? You could totally do that, sweetie. Okay, hang on. She walks these hills in a long black veil. She visits my grave and the night winds wail. Okay. This is a little high for me, I'm afraid. BOOZHOO, everybody! Hello, Weesony. How you doing? And Brian Soles is here. BOOZHOO. Great, Mike Tyson. Yeah, Mike Tyson. Hey, you guys. You wanna fight me? You know, Mike Tyson. Somebody. I don't know. Let's see. Weesony's here. BOOZHOO. Daniel and his partner celebrated 14 years this week. As did my partner and I. Speaking of Zaga Win, speaking of love, got a couple of lovebirds here who've made it through 2 rounds of the 7-year itch. Isn't that how that works? What's that? People, aren't they supposed to get like a 7-year itch? 7-year itch? Yeah, people, you know, like things can go really well, but then a lot of people get divorced at the 7-year mark for some reason. Do you think we'll have the 7-year itch? I hope not.
Why?
Well, back in the day, if you had a 7-year itch, that meant you might have the crabs.
What? Why would you say that? Well, congratulations.
And no, I don't think we'll have the 7-year itch.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. So today, give me one. It is raining. And it makes you think about not mowing the lawn. Makes me think about Zaka Iri Win, about love. And there's different kinds of love. You can love your sweetheart. You can love your big fat cat Bagheera. You can love your family. You can love your friends. You know, they're subtly different. But what they all have in common is you risk the eventual heartbreak if anything happens to them. You know, everyone lives in denial. They go, oh, I love that person. It makes me so happy. And then the person goes away. And it's nothing but grief. Oh. You know, yesterday we kind of started talking about how to cure the blues. You know, what to do when you got the heartbreak. You know, there's just as many different kinds of love. There's just as many different kinds of heartbreak. You know, I was all grown up. The first time I had pet death heartbreak. And it's different from when you have, you know, broken heart, relationship, broken heart. I was really young the first time I had that. The first time somebody breaks your heart that you're in love with when you're like a little kid. Oh, I just love him so much. But he doesn't love me back. I'm too ugly. I'm too fat. You know, who could ever love me? I'm like that skunk who realizes he stinks. But, so I was, you know, I just don't remember any pet deaths until I was like in my, almost 50. And then it happened. And hikes! What a tragedy! I didn't realize. I was like, whoa, this is way harder than I thought it was going to be. I mean, you know it's going to be sad when your grandparents, you know, start their journey, you know, and they have like a big fanfare. Oh, here's the funeral, and people make a hot dish for you or whatever. When your pet dies, your heart breaks, and nobody even knows. Nobody even cares. What happened? Oh, you had a cat? You're like, yeah. I used to have a heart, too, and now that's in pieces. Anyway. So, love, heartbreak, love a rainy night. I was thinking about this with David Bowie. David Bowie dies, and I cry. And part of me is like, what are you doing? That's so stupid. You cry when a celebrity dies. You didn't even know David Bowie. But then I thought, you know, if somebody had asked me at any point since I was 14 years old, what do you think of David Bowie? I would have answered reflexively, I love David Bowie. I love him. I wouldn't say, I appreciate his musical talent. I feel inspired by his movies. I enjoy his performances, you know, whatever. You wouldn't say that. You say, I love David Bowie. And I think I would say that because I knew his music really well. I'd followed his career for decades. Just, you know, I was keeping one eye on the rock and roll tabloids. Oh, what's David Bowie up to this month? Oh, he's coming out with a new album. Oh, he's going to be in this movie. Oh, he gets getting married, had a kid. You know? And then it occurred to me, if the only way somebody knew me was through my music and my art. But they knew my music really well, and they watched my movies or whatever. And they paid attention, but they only knew me through my work. But they would say, I love her because of the music. I'm like, well, good. I love you too. You know enough. You don't have to be my close friend or know, how disgusting I keep my bathroom most days, whatever. You can love somebody you've never even met because you can feel grief when they die, just like you lost a friend. And so it can be confusing. Why should I care? I didn't know David Bowie. No, but you love David Bowie. And so that's what you do when somebody you love dies. You cry. And so that's what I did for David Bowie. It's so silly. I'm not embarrassed about that. I am just a little embarrassed that I cried when Michael Jackson died. I was walking around a convenience store and one of his songs came on and I got teared up. Gonna make a change for once in my life. And I'm like, oh, the King of Pop is dead. So stupid. But, yeah, what are you gonna do? When it rains, it pours. Tell him that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? I like living this way. I like loving this way. If they say why? So you want to learn Ojibwe, language and culture. We've got to Majan Noongum and go clean a house. Maybe take a nap after. We have a big old breakfast. I don't care. It's raining out. So I'm going to watch a DVD and lay back on the bed and see what happens. All right, you guys. You want to add anything here, sweetie?
No, you did a great job.
Thank you. Okay, everybody. I want to say miigwech bizandawieg. Thank you for listening. And thank you for watching. Miigwech ganawabieg. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. The podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO.
BOOZHOO.
This is Michael Lyons.
Hello.
And I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minawa. Hawa. Bum bum bum. Doggone it, it just froze again. Oh, there it goes. Trying to time it to be just cool and then it glitches out.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what that is, but I don't care enough to try to fix it.
Yeah. So, La 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 la. We didn't take any calls today.
No, we didn't.
We could have talked to Joe Biden. We should get Van Gogh back on the show.
What, so we can just pick on his artwork?
Yeah, I just like picking on him because he's so crabby. I also like talking to George Bush.
George W?
Yeah, he's so crazy. Do you think that vowels lesson worked?
Honestly, I think it added some legitimacy, but not really that entertaining.
Yeah. Hey, Ojibwe is available at Amazon.com. Click the link below and give us a thumbs up if you like the show and share with your friends. Geek 'em up, amen.